I need you to stop scrolling and listen to this because this is a very important message. And I've been trying to make this video over and over and I cannot get it to stay. So this has got to come out. This is meant to be said. Matthew 24 and Noah's days before the flood keep coming into my head. It's just like it's stuck in there. And I believe something big is getting ready to happen in this world. And I believe that we're in the calm before the storm. This is not a political post. I'm not making it like that. This is a Bible post. This is what I believe we're going to feel are the sorrows right before the tribulation. I believe that, let me just read chapter 24. God gave us signs in this Bible, and Matthew chapter 24 is full of it. Verse 3. Now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, Tell us, when will these things be? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And Jesus answered and said to them, Take heed that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. We're hearing of that now. Okay? Wars, rumors of wars, right? For nation will rise against nation. We are definitely seeing that right now. Absolutely. And kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these, the beginning of the sorrows. These are the beginning of the sorrows. That's what we're doing right now. We're seeing the beginning of the sorrows. And we are living, the world is in just like the days of Noah before the flood. Eating, drinking, marrying, like nothing was wrong. That's exactly what we're doing right now. The world is, and it's just like Satan is running double time. It's just like there's so much evil, and it feels like the time clock feels like it's spinning faster and faster. And I know I'm not the only one that feels like that. And what God is saying is for us to be ready. He gave us the Bible, the Bible is full of signs to watch for. While we will not know the hour or the day, saying from the Bible specifically says, God gives us signs to watch for. We will know the season by the signs we watch. That's why he gave us the signs in the Bible. Don't listen to other people. If you can't find it in the Bible, don't listen to them. That's a good indication that you're hearing a false prophet or somebody trying to say things about God for their own glory. You have to be so careful. If you have a good relationship with the Lord, he will help you be able to tell the false from the truth. And that's how you will not be deceived. Because this world is getting ready to hit the beginning of the sorrows. I truly, with all my heart, I believe it. I believe that's why I can't get that feeling out of my head. I felt the pause, and I feel that God's people need to be prepared to go through those sorrows because he's warned us. Like with, I've heard a few people talk about, the year 2025 is going to show us a lot of things. I'm very picky about who I believe. I like to make sure that what they're saying is out of the Bible before I believe them. And I believe that 2025, like I said, is going to be the beginning of the sorrows before the tribulation. And I believe in the pre-tribulation rapture, so I don't believe we're going to see the tribulation. Christians will not. But we're going to see the beginnings of those sorrows. And we're going to be affected by that. So you hear all these people who are panicking, saying you need to buy things up, you need to be prepared for an economic crisis and all that. I believe that we need to be prepared. I've heard several people, and I believe that this pause is God giving us time to get ready. He's giving people time to change their hearts and follow him. He's giving Christians time to be prepared for what's going to happen. It's just a very restless. It's disturbing because so many people are going to be so negatively affected. And, I try so hard to keep my messages lighthearted and encouraging. And my encouragement is this. If you're a Christian, you don't have anything to worry about. Listen to God. Prepare. Have faith, but listen. Don't just, I heard somebody say, just because you've got God doesn't mean you can just sit back and not do anything. God tells us what to do, and we need to listen to him and do what he says. And I believe that's what we need to do. I believe we need to listen. You need to get your heart right with God. If you don't know God, you need to pick up a Bible, get to know God. Go to a church, talk to somebody, talk to God, prayer. Get to know God, because these days are coming. That is a fact. And there's no reason to be afraid if you have God in your heart. And I just felt like I had to say that. I mean, this video it's not long as some of my other ones, but this video is meant to be made because I couldn't, it's just, I had a battle and a half getting this video made. And that's why I know it's supposed to be made. Don't panic, but be prepared. Be calm in Jesus. Have peace in Jesus. If you don't know God, if you're running from God, now is the time to stop running from him and run to him. And I say this out of nothing but love. Nothing but love. And I want everybody to go to heaven. And if it means putting a little fear, if somebody needs to be afraid because they don't have God, then so be it. But if a little discomfort is fine, if it leads you to God, if it leads you closer to God. And I believe that Peter said something, or Paul, it was Paul in Corinthians, that it was worth it if someone felt a little sadness, if it led them to God, it was worth it. And I believe that too. If you feel fear or sadness for a little moment, it's worth it if it takes you to God, if it leads you to God. So be prepared. God wants you to be prepared, because we've got some tough days coming. We're in the end times. We are. So don't let that scare you. Just let it prepare you.